Success is not an accident, it's a choice. Most people see the bright lights, the trophies, and the private jets, but they never see the dark rooms, the sweat, and the tears that came before. Welcome back to Mindset Vincente. Today, I am taking you on a journey through the life of a man who redefined what it means to be a professional athlete. This is the story of a boy from a tiny island who had nothing but a dream, and how he transformed himself into the greatest goal scorer in the history of football. Whether you are a fan of his or not, you cannot deny one thing: his mind is a fortress. If you want to learn how to build that same winning mindset in your own life, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button right now. Your support helps me bring you more stories of greatness. Now, let's dive into the legend of CR7. Our story begins on February 5, 1985, in Funchal, Madeira. This isn't a story of luxury. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born into a family that struggled every day. His mother, Dolores, was a cook, and his father, Dinas, was a gardener. They lived in a small, tin-roofed house overlooking the ocean. As a child, Cristiano didn't have toys or video games. He had a ball, or sometimes just a bunch of rags tied together. He played in the streets of Santo Antonio, often skipping meals and homework just to keep playing. They called him Abelhina, Little B, because he never stopped running. But life wasn't easy. He witnessed his father struggle with alcoholism, a pain that would later fuel his decision to never touch a drop of alcohol himself. At the age of 12, he had to make a choice that would change his life forever: leave his family to join the Sporting CP Academy in Lisbon. Imagine being 12 years old, alone in a big city, crying every night because you miss your mother. But even then, his mindset was different. He knew that if he wanted to save his family from poverty, he couldn't look back. In Lisbon, Cristiano was teased for his Madeiran accent. He was skinny. He was small. But while the other boys were sleeping, Cristiano was in the gym. He used to sneak out at night to lift weights, using extra weights on his ankles to make his feet faster. Then, disaster struck. At 15, he was diagnosed with a racing heart, a condition that could have ended his career before it even started. He had to undergo heart surgery. Most kids would have been terrified. Cristiano? He had the surgery and was back at training just a few days later. In 2002, he made his debut for Sporting. But the world really took notice on a warm night in August 2003. Sporting played a friendly against Manchester United. An 18-year-old Ronaldo destroyed the United defense so badly that the players told Sir Alex Ferguson, "You have to sign him." A week later, he was wearing the legendary number 7 jersey at Old Trafford. At Manchester United, Ronaldo wasn't the finished product. He was a show pony, too many stepovers, not enough end product. But he had a mentor, Sir Alex Ferguson. This is where the mindset Vincente truly began to show. Ronaldo was the first to arrive at training and the last to leave. He hired personal trainers and chefs before it was a common trend. He wanted to be the best in the world, and he wasn't afraid to say it. The year 2008 was his crowning moment. He led United to a Champions League title and won his first Ballon d'Or. He had reached the top of the mountain. But for Cristiano, the top is just the beginning of the next climb. In 2009, he moved to Real Madrid for a world record fee. 80,000 people showed up at the Bernabeu just to see him walk onto the pitch. The pressure was immense. For the next 9 years, we witnessed the greatest rivalry in sports history: Ronaldo versus Messi. Every week, they pushed each other to impossible heights. Ronaldo transformed into a clinical goal machine. 450 goals in 438 games. 4 Champions League titles. 4 more Ballon d'Or. He became the king of the Champions League. When the pressure was highest, Ronaldo was loudest. Think of the hat trick against Wolfsburg, the overhead kick against Juventus. He didn't just play games, he dictated history. Many thought that after winning everything in Spain, he would slow down. Instead, at age 33, he moved to Juventus to prove he could dominate Italy too. He did. Then a return to Manchester United, and now a new chapter in Saudi Arabia with Al Nassr. Even now, at an age where most players are retired, he is still breaking records. Why? Because his motivation doesn't come from external praise. It comes from an internal obsession with excellence. He has faced criticism, scandals, and losses. He lost his newborn son in 2022, the hardest moment of his life. Yet, he stayed standing. That is the definition of a winning mindset. It's not about never falling, it's about how you get up. So, what is the lesson of Cristiano Ronaldo's life? It's that talent is only 1%. The other 99% is discipline, resilience, and the courage to be disliked. He never tried to fit in, he tried to stand out. He didn't wait for opportunities, he built them with his own hands. You might not be a professional footballer, but you can apply the CR7 mindset to your business, your studies, and your health. Work while they sleep, study while they party, and never, ever let anyone tell you your dreams are too big. If this story inspired you today, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Mindset Vincente. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite Ronaldo moment? Stay hungry, stay focused, and remember, you are the architect of your own destiny. See you in the next video.